developing story this morning. A Marta police sergeant is in a hospital after police say her ex-boyfriend viciously attacked her while she was on duty.
She was able to finally fight him off, but police say not before having to pull the trigger. 11 Alive's Molly Oak is live for us at Grady Hospital with details. Molly, how's this officer doing this morning? How scary?
Right, yeah, police tell us the sergeant spent the night here at Grady getting a CT scan and x-rays. Police did tell us the good news is she is expected to be okay. This all happened around 9 o'clock last night. That's when police say it appears the woman and her ex-boyfriend decided to meet on Forsyth Street by a MARTA station. But then things escalated. That's when police say they got a call for help from a sergeant at the 5 Points MARTA station. Again, that's all happening 9 o'clock last night. Police say the woman and her ex got into an argument, which then turned physical. Here's what the MARTA police chief says happened next.
In the middle of the argument, a fight ensued where he began to beat her about the face and hands, and she ended up shooting him, striking him twice in the middle of the fight. He was seen leaving the scene in a vehicle. Officers pulled that vehicle over and effected an arrest on that suspect.
Now, police say he's expected to face criminal charges. He's also here at Grady after getting shot. However, he is expected to be okay. The GBI is now investigating. Back to you all.
Stop! No, I'm yours. You can fuck me right. You can fuck me right now.
I can fuck you right now. I can fuck you right now.
Yes.
Show me.
Okay.
Show me.
Let's go.
Prove it to me.
Let's go.
Take your hand off the gun.
I will.
Take your hand off the gun.
But you have to pull my pants down.
Okay, take your hand off the gun.
Stop.
Take your hand off the gun.
Kareem, stop. Hey.
That's what I'm saying. If you don't take your hand off the gun, you is going to get shot by this.
Parking lot. Stop.
I told you. I fucking told you.
Kareem. Stop.
No, bro.
When this situation first occurred, everybody thought that the man in the video was guilty. He was the aggressor until the truth came out. And apparently, this is a married woman that fell in love with an ex-convict. And when the ex-convict decided to end things with her, she refused to walk away, and instead she shot him. And when the situation first transpired, this man was arrested. They arrested him because she tried to shoot him and cover it all up, all because he wanted to end things with her. Fellas, keep away from married women. Nothing good comes from that. First of all, based on the fact that a married woman will cheat on her husband is enough to let you know to keep away from her. You really don't want that type of energy around you because that's a very evil woman. Trust that. So the box is not even worth it. But this guy decided to mess around with a married woman, and now he's facing the consequences of his actions. So let's hear what he got to say about the whole situation.
So it's a backstory to it.
Mm-hmm.
I was in a relationship.
Okay.
And we was having troubles like any other relationship. And we was considering open relationships or polygamy or, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And so I started exploring. Yeah. She was like, yo, you go see if you like somebody. And so when I started doing it, she reneged on it. So
Right.
she like, nah, I don't think I like that idea. But I already met somebody. You know what I'm saying? And I'm caught up in, now I got to cut them off, And
So she asked you to cut the person off?
Yeah.
Okay.
And so that was an immature decision on my end because, we was trying to figure out how we gonna work.
Okay.
But I was in already. And just my, immaturity, I stuck with it and ended up meeting her.
Okay. So now, so you say that you guys was having an open relationship. So from having open relationship, so what was the discussion and to get to that? So I mean,
So this is a funny story because I was being a cheater. I was, and I think that my ex-girlfriend's way of dealing with it was, maybe this works better for him.
okay.
So she watching some show, Sister Wives or something like that.
Most females do.
Right. And she like, you ever watch Sister Wives? I'm like, nah. And she like, I think that might be a good fit for you. So where we from in New Jersey, it's a lot of polygamy because of Islam. And it's Islamically, Islamic men are allowed to have more than one wife, so it's not uncommon for us.
Okay.
So she played around with the idea, and we played around with it a little bit, and just to tell a story within a story, my greedy ass I was watching Love and Hip Hop, and I see light-skinned girl, big booty. I'm seeing all of, the glitz and glam and, things is going on in my relationship. And I literally manifested the lust. You know what I'm saying? It's very necessary to be mindful of what you put out there in the universe. Because just like when you talking to God, the devil listen too. You know what I'm saying? He hear what your desires is and what you want.
Correct.
So when I manifested that, I ended up not even a week later. I ended up meeting this girl in the lounge, and we hit it off right away.
So now, did you and her ever have an agreement where is it only you do something outside, or is it be you kind of like and her? Everybody was in the same page together. What was it?
We didn't even get that far into.
Okay, so it's just an idea, and soon it gets started, and everything explodes.
Get started, but then she pulled back on the idea.
Okay, so now on the video.
Look, let me just say this, man, fellas. It's not wise to cheat on your girl, bro. It's pointless to be in a relationship if you're going to cheat, because once you cheat, bro, your relationship will never be the same. So you may as well just deal with the pain of having to break up with your girl and walk away, because it's called doing the right thing. In life, you always want to do the right thing. Life will be better eventually. But once you playing with women emotions, that's never a good thing, bro. It's only going to lead to disaster every time.
That's online. I think they mentioned that she was having a husband herself.
Right.
And you come in the picture. Is that's what it was?
Right. So that's why I said that people can't believe the narratives that's out there. Shorty was married when we met, and that's how we got the situation, the understanding that we had.
Okay.
Because she was married, and she like, yo, I'm married. I'm in the middle of a divorce.
Okay.
And I'm like, well, I'm in a relationship, and we got something going on. So we start seeing each other. And about a month later, she was divorced, finalized. So, it ain't like the whole entire time she cheating on her husband, so that's how that came about with the kind of relationship we had. But after a year and a half, I mean, I'm still with my girl. You got divorced and you with me, but I'm still with my girl. So, she can't act like she didn't know.
Okay.
Because I go home.
Come on, bruh. See, as man, we gotta take accountability as well. Bro, a year and a half messing with a woman, that's playing with her emotions, bruh. And then she just left her husband, so she just out here. She looking for somebody to save her. And if you're the one who is cracking her, bro, come on, bro. Come on, man. You was tweaking, bro. You playing games with a cop. She was a cop, bro. A woman will always exploit her powers. Like if a woman is in a powerful position, she's always gonna use that against you, bro. Women are emotional creatures. You can't have no cop chick on the side, bro. That's not smart. That's why it's best to leave those alone.
To my woman every night.
Got it.
You know what I'm saying?
So now the question is, so how long this whole thing was going between you and her?
About 2 years.
About 2 years. So during that 2 years, does she get to finalize closing the divorce or?
Yeah. Mhm.
Okay.
I told you, a month into our relationship, she was divorced. About a month and a half.
Got it.
And that's when you were supposed to leave, bro. Look, let me tell you all something, bro. If you're gonna smash a chick on the side, smash like 2 or 3 times and move around. But from the time you stick around, bro, a woman will become emotional, bro. Facts. Y'all gotta know how to smash and dash. That's very important, man. Trust that, man. You gotta smash and dash because if you stick around, you now playing with danger. It's crazy.
Okay. So now, and to be clear, and she was a police officer during that time.
Sorry about that. Yeah,
Okay.
she was police.
Okay. So now, before we get to the whole big mess that's on the social media, do you guys ever have a lot of argument before in that kind of similar to what happened? That ever happened?
No.
No. So what happened on that situation? That's the first time you ever happened?
No. We went about a good year and a half never arguing.
Okay.
It was
a good year and a half, bro. That was your girl. That was your girl, bro. Damn, this shit is crazy, fam.
one incident where she got caught in a lie.
Okay.
And I realized I can't trust her.
Okay.
I cursed the fuck out that day.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? That was the first incident. Then we had an incident, argument over my car, which that's a story, a narrative that nobody knows the full story about. And then she told my actual girlfriend everything about me and her.
Okay.
We didn't even argue about that. We didn't even have another argument until
This shit is crazy.
right before the shooting. So we had about three or four arguments in 2 years.
Did you ever think it would be necessary to kind of like, since she's okay for polygamy, for you to bring your your other girlfriend that you have in the picture with her? Did you ever bring that to your other girlfriend?
Yeah, so I tried to ease it. Ease it into my, after we talked about it a couple of times, but she just wasn't with it, and the circumstances, it just wasn't lined up. But the very first time that I tried to break it up with old girl, and it's just like, a few months in, I try to break it off with her. And I'm like, look, I think I'm gonna try to make my relationship work.
Okay.
And she just crying, and she like, hey, you could have both of us. She like, I just want to be the lead. Correct. And I'm like, nah, me and this girl been together, on and off 20 years. How you gonna take the lead? And so I tried to break it off with her that day, and she cried and cried and cried. And I got in my car and left, and I drove a few blocks away, and she followed me. She got out the car crying. She's standing there. So, that was the first time. We didn't argue that day, but I tried to break up with her that day.
Okay. So now, for the video that's online, we cannot go to detail because you still got caught, right?
Yep.
Okay. So we still kind of like on the process with it. Now, even we don't go to the detail, can you tell us what's lead to the mess? mean, is it the same polygamy thing? What's lead to this whole thing? What was argument you guys have that lead to the situation?
So it was a mess. So once she told my girlfriend, me and my girlfriend, we had a fallout. So I left home. I left home for a little bit, and I was with her. I was with her for a few weeks, and just home was, it was volatile or whatever. I stayed in a hotel for a few weeks, but I resented her. I resented her because she knew what it was, and she knew that even though we doing this, I love this other person. So she figured, if I tell her everything, that's gonna end them, and then me and her be together. So I resented her for that, and it just I never looked at her the same.
Okay. So now, when the situation that's happened online, from what I heard, that she was at work, you go to
okay.
You go. Did
My
you?
fault.
Yeah. Did you go to the police station?
Right.
And but when you go, what was your intention? Did you go to have a conversation?
Right. So we was arguing about a few things.
Okay.
Right. And one of them was that, but the other one was that when you decided to break us up, and you realize how much I resent you, now you don't want to be in a relationship with me no more, or you want to act like you don't. You know what I'm saying? So we together, but I'm angry a lot all the time, and so she just started exploring other options or whatever. So I caught her talking to a guy. She lied.
What the hell is going on, bruh? Bro, that was your girl. This is shit I be talking about, fam. Everybody is not built to be a player. Y'all dudes gotta learn to stay in your lanes, bro. Part of being a player is knowing how to deal with women. Knowing how to treat them, bro. You don't treat your side piece like she one of your main pieces. You shouldn't care who she's talking to, bro. That's not your girl. This some sucker shit, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you, fam. This some sucker shit right here.
And about being hanging out with officers and stuff like that, and I'm catching her in lies, and about being hanging out with officers and stuff like that, and I'm catching her in lies, and
bro, she's not your girl.
I'm like, well, why you break me up in my relationship? Why did you ruin that? And now, because you know how I feel about you for that, now you run into something else. Some people got to be attached to somebody all the time. So and that's one of the reasons that it lasted so long. One thing was that she came out of a 10-year marriage, whole family, house, husband, blended family. They got family coming over to the divorce, and that house being empty. So eventually she let friends move in, and friends moved out, and then the lady died that was in the house, so the house is now empty. So she's wanting to spend more time with me, so she's seeing us like a family. And I'm like, nah, this not that. My heart still hurt from that situation.
That's when you're supposed to cut it off. That's when you're supposed to end things right there. Once a woman start acting crazy, I gotta move around, bruh. Once a woman starts acting crazy, she's not gonna stop acting crazy all of a sudden. Something bad is going to happen because she can't control her emotions. Man, son, this is wild, bro.
Only a couple of months ago. So I guess, naturally, people who are emotionally dependent, they want to find people who are safe places, or you know, or who are reassuring.
Look, man, I'm gonna stop it right here, man. I'm just gonna keep it real. What this is a man who tried to be a player, but he's not a player. Fellas, when you are not a player, it's not wise to try to be a player because things will end bad every time. I tell you guys all the time, bro, you gotta treat a bird like a bird. A bunch of your lover boys don't have the guts to treat these birds like who they are. Like if a woman is your side piece or whatever the case that is, you gotta treat her accordingly. Y'all shouldn't be emotional towards each other. You shouldn't care what she got going on, and she gotta respect your space. You gotta keep things in perspective. But when you don't, shit is gonna go bad. Because now you're playing with that woman emotions. And a woman will always get her get back, bruh. And that's all this really is. This is just a man who tried to be a player but failed. I gotta keep it real. I keep telling y'all, man, stay in your lane. Everybody is not built to be a player. To be a player, you gotta treat these women like who they are. If you don't have the guts to do that, leave that lifestyle alone. Get you a girl and settle down. And there's only a sucker who will get in a relationship and still cheat on his girl, man. Because that means you don't want to be with that girl anymore. Let's be real. But you ain't got the guts to walk away and move on. So now you want to have your cake and eat it too. Or however that shit goes. But it is what it is, man. This right here is sad, bro. Fellas, we got to do better, bro. We got to do better. That's just the bottom line. And the fact that she had a husband and all that stuff, that shit is cool. But it's really on him. He should have been cut off. That's all it really was. But please let me know what y'all thought about this. Please leave your thoughts in the comments. It's your boy AyeQ. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And I'm out. If you haven't yet, go get you some of that merch. Y'all already know. Don't feed the birds. That's what it is. We don't feed the birds over here. So if you rock with your boy, go get you some of that good merch.